tonight to a police officer suspension involving excessive force caught on camera.
The cop now fighting his suspension. New at 9:30, investigative reporter Rob Lowe joins us with the new appeal and the victim who can't believe what the officer's now doing. Rob?
Jeremy, we first brought you the case of Brandon Schreiber in April, a man who was charged with resisting arrest and interference until video showed it was the officer who used force. And yet, even with the video you're about to see again, Officer Choice Johnson is appealing his 30-day suspension. The video shows Brandon Schreiber, hands in pocket, being pushed backwards outside a Lodo bar last July. It's been played repeatedly at a civil service hearing where Officer Choice Johnson is appealing his 30-day suspension, much to the amazement of Schreiber, who had to testify earlier tonight.
He's not accepting that he's at fault, that he's done anything wrong, and I'm worried that he's going to continue to hurt other people. Officer Johnson has been accused of excessive force 17 times before, but was only punished in Brandon's case, thanks to a city halo camera. Brandon says he was asking Officer Johnson not to take his brother to detox when he says Johnson, working security at the one-up bar, suddenly shoved him without provocation. To me, I was taking a very docile, submissive stance and not showing any aggression whatsoever. But Officer Johnson, who declined to comment with us, argues Brandon might have had a gun in his pocket and was being argumentative and cussing when he shoved Brandon.
If you or I did what Officer Johnson did, not only would we lose our jobs, but we would be in jail.
Brandon's attorney, Siddhartha Rathod, says giving Officer Johnson back pay for suspension he's already served would be an insult to taxpayers.
Anybody who looks at this video recognizes that Officer Johnson's conduct was outrageous here. It was out of line, it was excessive, it was brutal, and then charging Brandon was absolutely ridiculous.
The civil service hearing is expected to wrap up tomorrow, where Officer Johnson will testify in his own defense. A hearing officer is expected to issue her ruling later this summer. Rob Lowe, Fox 31 Denver.
Thanks, Rob.